there's plenty of bad news to see in these papers, and the boss of Deutsche Bank, well, he is sick and tired of it. He might mean bad news like this. The S&P says the bank's U.S. business is troubled. That sends stocks lower before recovering. Anna Stewart has more.
It's been a rough 24 hours for Deutsche Bank, and it's little wonder that the CEO has said he's feeling sick and tired, given all the bad news. In fact, he wrote to employees today in a letter which opened with this: "Let's be straightforward, the news flow is not good." Something of an understatement. It's not just not good, the news couldn't be much worse. Yesterday, the share price was down over 7%. That was on the news that the bank had been placed on the Federal Reserve's troubled bank list, a secret list, but essentially meaning that the bank had to curtail risk-taking last year. Then we found out this morning that S&P had downgraded it, and straight off the back of that it was facing criminal cartel charges in Australia, along with Citigroup, and I have to say both banks do deny those charges. But all this is a really difficult time for the bank and for the CEO. The new CEO has been in that position now for less than 2 months, and he faces huge pressure from shareholders to ramp up the restructuring plans, more so given the fact that the last CEO failed to do so and was ousted. Now, part of these plans involve moving away from their investment banking arm, retreating on that, particularly in the US, cutting some 7,000 jobs by the end of next year, and moving some offices away from major city centres, all that to reduce costs. And there is some light at the end of the tunnel. The share price was up today, and they had some backing from some investors. The major investment group, the HNA Group, they said they are committed to the bank's long-term success and look forward to working with the management team to achieve that. Plus, Reuters were reporting that the ECB have approved the plans. So perhaps there's hope yet for this turnaround. Anna Stewart, CNN Money, London.
And from newspapers to the gas can, the CEO of Petrobras, Pedro Parente, quit Friday following nationwide truck strikes that forced the government to lower diesel prices. He says Petrobras's pricing has been under intense questioning. And finally, from the gas can, well, to the necktie, which was worn today by the CEO of Fiat Chrysler. Why is this important? Well, until now, Sergio Marchionne had been sticking to sweaters until the company moves out of debt. Now he says Fiat will be back in the black from the end of the quarter. That is good news. This as he severs his ties with the company and steps down next year. He signaled a move to make more electric cars.